There is one Viking ritual so brutal that even historians argue over how much of it was real. It was called the Blood Eagle, and the name alone sounds like a warning. That, according to later stories, the victim's back was cut open and the ribs were pulled outward like wings. That image is why the story survived. It feels less like history and more like a nightmare. And as it does, but here is the twist. Most of the evidence comes from texts written long after the Viking Age. Some scholars think the ritual happened, others think Christian writers exaggerated it to paint pagans as monsters. That matters because medieval enemies loved to turn fear into storytelling. And Vikings were already feared enough. Raids, fire, sudden violence, and a religion their enemies barely understood. So when stories described a ritual this savage, people were ready to believe it. One famous victim was King Ella of Northumbria, supposedly executed after the death of Ragnar Lothbrok. That is where the Blood Eagle becomes something bigger than torture. It becomes revenge with myth wrapped around it. And that is why the story still haunts people. It lives in the space between fact and fear. Maybe the ritual was real. Maybe the story was sharpened over centuries until it cut deeper than the truth. Either way, the Blood Eagle may be the most terrifying Viking story ever told.